What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Corner House Chronicles. This is episode 97. I'm John.
I'm Jason.
We're back at it, folks. It's been a couple of days. We want to give a quick thanks to Matt from My Beer Box for coming by, bringing us another gift.
Very cool of him. Make
sure you get over to Facebook and check out our Gleam contest. You got a couple more days to enter. Possibly win one for yourself.
Time's running out, though.
So we got some cool topics we want to get into tonight, and I got one that's going to play off something you brought to the table a few weeks ago. It's pretty cool. I just found it on Facebook, so I'm pretty excited to talk about this.
You seem pretty excited about this.
It's Corner House Chronicles Day. All right, so I'm flipping through Facebook earlier today.
As it happens.
All the time, right? That's where we live in now. I found this page called Creepy Facts, and it's exactly what you think it would be. They just share creepy facts.
I can support that.
So the one that I seen was, I don't remember where it's at in the world, but it was the tower with the apocalyptic rules.
It's in Georgia.
In Georgia.
The state of Georgia.
That's right. That's right. It was here. So that was on there, and it kind of caught my attention. I'm like, we talked about that.
It.
Right, all right. So then I scroll through them because I'm like, well, let's see what other creepy facts they got. There's a movie called Cannibal Holocaust.
Sounds classy.
Right. I've never heard of it.
Neither
but whatever.
Yeah.
So apparently, the director of the movie Cannibal Holocaust was arrested for murder 10 days after the movie premiere, as the court didn't understand how an impalement scene was done and actually believed that an actress was murdered for the scene.
That's impressive.
He had to explain in court how the scenes were achieved to prove his innocence. That's crazy.
Big shout out to the special effects department of that movie.
And there's a picture of like the lady getting up on a ladder to make the scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just thought to myself, like, how interesting would that be to be in the courtroom and you're like, oh shit, I got a murder case, right? I'm on the jury. This is going to be fucking wild. And the guy's like, no, for real. The chick's alive. She's sitting in the third row right there.
She just waves nonchalantly like, hi, I'm Becky.
The judge goes, all right, well, this is over. What's going on here? You can't charge him for murder. She's not dead. So
that would be a lot of pressure to be under. Like, all right, you just got done running a film.
Right.
Every aspect, in and out.
Directing it.
Yeah.
The editing.
Dealing with everybody.
Post-production, the whole bit.
And then
the
finally,
premiere.
You go to the premiere, weights off your shoulders, You're proud of your work. Cops come up and go, excuse me, sir, you're under arrest.
10 days after the premiere.
Yeah, there's like no real, you got a week to relax and unwind. And then bam. Okay, do you want to stay in jail for the rest of your life? Or it's like, it's just a fucking movie.
Can we talk to Sally? Because it looks like you killed her.
It's not like they went to like Christopher Reeves and arrested him after Superman came out. Like, hey, we want to know, how the fuck can you fly?
Yeah, right.
You fucking tell us. It was a movie.
What if that were real life where they did that? Like, excuse me, Mr. Jones, Indiana, can we call you that?
Dr.
Where's
Jones?
The skull that you had in your bag, the satchel that you had around your waist? Like,
May we see your passport, sir?
We need to see that evidence right now.
How? I mean, yeah, you're supposed to suspend belief when you go to movies and try to get in it and really enjoy it, but not to the point where you're like, we have to arrest this motherfucker.
He killed somebody on the movie
He straight up
set.
killed a bitch. Like, think if that were true, Tarantino
and Rob Zombie
and Rodriguez and all the other
they'd
directors
all be behind bars for
done.
life.
Alfred Hitchcock would still be serving life. Fuck, they'd have Alcatraz still open.
Tarantino would be like suspect number one. They'd be like, you've killed how many people in each of your movies?
They arrest him. He's wearing that stupid ass Hawaiian shirt. And
like, well, that was me.
The people have been since in other movies.
Exactly. Michael Madsen's like, yeah, you cut some dude's ear off. We're going to need to talk to you.
Yep. That's ridiculous.
Excuse me, Miss Thurman, do you have that sword still, or?
So obviously I just found this today, so I didn't do any research, but I would like to look up Cannibal Holocaust and find out when it was made, how long ago this story was, because...
It's still really interesting.
You figure maybe, 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago? It's a low budget, obviously, but... I mean, everybody's got access to a computer and some kind of Photoshop editing program to where you can get away with not making it look that realistic. Or maybe this guy's just that fucking good.
After the fact, after he proved his innocence and all that, that's got to be an amazing conversation to have, like at parties and that. Be like, oh, yeah, well, I was arrested once.
Right.
Because my FX team did so badass on this scene. We shot the fuck out of it. It was great.
It would be even more
Only took
wild.
45 minutes, too. That was the beauty.
It'd be even more wild if the actress was his wife or his sister or something,
yeah.
you know. And he's like, no, she's literally right here. She's my lawyer.
Yeah, and she's just a part-time actress, but we just needed somebody, and she said she'd do it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's hilarious.
So I get to scrolling through this because we're into kind of weird stuff on the show.
Oh, yeah.
According to paranormal activity experts, if you see a ghost or a dead relative / friend in your dream, their ghost is actually in your room staring at you at that exact moment.
Seems legit. Science.
That could be kind of weird.
That would be kind of weird.
Like, what if you had a family reunion dream?
Oh.
There's like 32 ghosts of dead relatives all just hanging out in your bedroom. Why are we here? We got to haunt them or something. I don't know.
Hitting our quota.
There's a picture from a belt made from real human nipples.
Yeah, those are nipples.
Found inside the house of well-known serial killer Ed Gein. Gein? Okay. That's pretty fucking creepy.
He was the inspiration for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Psycho.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. That would way more sense now. Okay.
Yeah, you've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I have.
Where he had the chandelier bones and all the crazy... Yeah, that was real. Well, not in the movie, but they took it from his house. His mother died, and he kept her body in her room.
Batshit crazy.
Yeah, went batshit crazy. Killed his brother because his brother was like, "Yeah, we got to bury her. We got to move on. He's like, "Okay." Hit him in the back of the head with the blunt side of an axe. Yeah, and then he just started collecting. He had his shades were rib cages, bones from the rib cage. Oh, he had lamps. He had skin. It was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's fucked up.
But like back in the 40s or 50s is when it happened.
So it was a lot easier to get away with shit like that back then, you know.
And he was out at rural farmhouse and
middle of nowhere. Most animals get funnier when you shave them, but not bears. You ever seen a bear shaved?
That looks fucking crazy. It looks. I'm trying to describe it.
It's like a gargoyle with no wings.
There you go. Angry gargoyle.
An angry gargoyle with no wings. Like that bear must have had some kind of terrible, skin disease or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but it.
Well, you ever see a chimpanzee? I think we talked about this before.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
There was one more on this page that I wanted to show you real quick or talk about. Oh, okay. There's actually a couple. Okay, hold on. There was way more cooler shit than I thought I was going to find. The world's scariest haunted house is so horrifying that all the guests are required to undergo a full mental and physical evaluation before entering.
Oh, shit.
No one has ever completed the haunted house in its entirety. Even a Marine, adrenaline junkie, and a Satanist didn't make it through. The haunted house has a waiting list of more than 24,000 people.
Holy
shit. The owners say the attraction is guaranteed to bring your biggest fears to life. Welcome to McCamey Manor.
Where's this at?
It doesn't say. I'm sure in the
we can look this up because I want to know more.
But some of the pictures, it looks like it's a very hands-on haunted house, which I would never ever be cool with.
Yeah.
I'm not cool with haunted houses to begin with because I'm not into that. But if I had to go in one, if they forced me into it, obviously I'm not signing up to walk through this motherfucker.
I worked at a crappy haunted house, and
like a city-run thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
And being behind the scenes and knowing you can get from anywhere throughout the house to another point in seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And know what to look for drop scares or little things. All right, so over here is going to be a thing over here.
Right.
But going to like a higher scale one, I don't know.
Like Erebus.
Oh, fuck.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
There's one where if you make it all the way through, you get your money back. It might be Erebus, because that's like
Erebus,
3 stories or something that you have to go through. I don't think so. I remember being in line when I was younger, and there was a guy who walked through the line, and his job was to figure out who looked like they were going to scare the best.
And move them to the front.
And start radioing and talking to people.
Oh, just calling them out.
He would go back in and...
Blue windbreaker.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They'd be calling people out left and right.
So it's saying it's out of San Diego, the McCamey Manor.
I have to imagine it's way easier to run a haunted house and get people in when the weather's nice.
Okay, so judging by the testimonies of participants, the house is more akin to a voluntary torture chamber. It's less about ghosts, and I hate when it reloads like that. It's less about ghosts and more into extreme physical and emotional discomfort. See,
that's like a panic room, not a haunted house.
Pretty much. In regular haunted houses, there's a rule. You're not allowed to touch the customer. They're not allowed to touch you.
Yeah, it's like a strip club.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, half the rules of a strip club. Yeah.
Similar idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if they're allowed to touch you here, you got to figure that if you work there at this McCamey Manor, you're pretty much guaranteed to get punched at least once.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But you could get punched walking through as a customer.
This is true. Huh.
And how do they know, like, okay, so I'm guessing.
Oh, they moved it from San Diego to near Huntsville, Alabama, and Nashville, Tennessee in 2017.
Oh, so it's like a traveling thing?
Apparently.
Dude, I bet you dollars ICP is involved somehow. And if they're not, they fucking missed out on that.
Oh, see, some of the listings in the waiver would make most people run away. One situation described it is a possible visit to the barber. Yeah, see that right there? I'd be like, no, they don't get to touch me. Another section warns that mousetraps are used, subjecting the victim to potential bruising and broken fingers. Other risks include extreme temperatures, being bound and gagged, possible needle injections, and tooth pulling.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's not a haunted house.
No.
That's torture.
Like, they just get away with it because they call it entertainment? Maybe?
Well, they make them sign waivers, so, I mean, what kind of masochist was like, I got this idea? So it's illegal to do all the shit I want to do?
Is there happen to be a price?
Oh, let's see.
Because I was curious how much people are paying.
Oh, shit. There's a picture of, like, a guy who ran in a closet, and he's trying to push the door closed, and there's, like, 6 performers trying to push past the door to get to him. Often participants wind up gagging and vomiting.
There's got to be like a safe word, right? To where you say it and they stop messing with you, you quit, I'm out? Or do you think once it's like, because it said nobody's ever finished it. So obviously there's a way to get out before.
Pull out your prison shank and go nuts, I guess. I don't know.
No, I didn't kill him. It was special effects, I swear.
It's part of the show.
Right.
Let's see. Let's check out their pricing. Well, if they got a waiting list, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, 24,000 people. Like, I wonder how long it takes to restage everything once.
That's a good question.
Because I'm sure you go through as a group, right?
Cost $1,000.
Holy fuck. Some people are paying $1,000 to go through this place.
Jeez.
And they have a waiting list of that many. Damn.
That is crazy.
That is, in fact, a creepy fact that I'm glad I found.
Wow. 16-year-old dies in haunted house attraction.
Not in that same place.
Medical condition blamed for death. He goes missing. His wife marries his best friend. Oh, that might not be real. Okay, sorry.
There's a fan theory about McCamey Manor.
It's a YouTube video. It's like, all right. It's on the internet. You got to believe it.
At least at first. A couple more quick ones I found was the Harvestmen, known to the world as Daddy Longlegs, predate the dinosaurs.
Really?
That's what it says. It's on the internet.
It is on the internet.
They were called Harvestmen before they were called Daddy Longlegs. That's interesting alone, but that they predate dinosaurs is...
That's pretty neat.
Pretty messed up.
Not gonna lie.
Then there was one more here that I had.
Just one more, then I gotta go.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Okay, yeah, this one. I'm going to do this one.
Settling for this one?
Yeah. 2 women were born on the same day,
Okay.
but 157 years apart.
Okay.
They died on the same day.
Creepy.
They both met with a friend, put on a new dress, went to a dance, and met their killers. They were killed in the same way and in the same spot.
Oh.
Both men were named Thornton, who were acquitted of the murders in both cases.
Holy shit.
What kind of fucking odds? And obviously, I don't know if the pictures are true. It's on the internet, but, you can tell the difference in the pictures. The one looks like it's drawn. Shit, it's so old.
That's crazy. That is not, like, if you ever had anything in your life where, like, it matched up to somebody else's life exactly, you wouldn't want it to be their death or murder.
No.
It's like those kids who always talk about their past lives. You ever see those?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, that shit's interesting, but again, creepy, which would fit well for that site.
I thought it was kind of cool, mainly because we're like the end of August. We're basically getting ready for fall.
Oh, it's about
Halloween will be around the corner. All the scary movies are coming out. So, let's lead with a little creepy facts. And like I said, it started with that thing you talked about. And I was like, I remember this. And I started scrolling, and then it was like, oh, shit, look at all these cool things.
The rabbit hole got deeper.
I'm telling you. And that's only one Facebook page.
I can't stop thinking about that fucking haunted house. What kind of person is like, yeah, I'm in, sign me up.
Right. Here's $1,000 of my hard-earned money. Now scare the shit out of me. Stick me with needles and bound and gag me. No, thank you. How much would they have to pay you to participate in something like that?
Nothing willingly.
Like, let's say they were like, here's $50,000.
It depends on the stipulations.
5 minutes. You got to make it 5 minutes, but they get to pick which 5 minutes of the course you run. But all you got to do is
stay in one spot and all that.
Right. I mean, it's
$50,000. I might try.
It's a haunted house, so you just have to make it 5 minutes.
Depends on what the rest of that waiver says. I don't mind getting my hair cut. I wouldn't like it.
Right. I'll grow my hair back.
Yeah. The needle injection
all
thing,
that other shit, I'm out.
That's a little bit sketchy. You want to pull my teeth? Good luck.
Do you get to swing? Am I tied down?
Oh, I'm gonna swing.
You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of questions to be had there, but $50,000. Now I'm listening at least.
You've caught my interest.
Right.
You don't have all of it.
So sticking on that theme of conversation, let's get into the beer because
heading into fall.
Yep. I figure. Well, there was a little thought process I went with getting this beer. I haven't seen anything new, relatively new, from Arbor Brewing Company, and it's been a minute. I think the cucumber beer was the newest one I saw, and I'm like,
I
don't know if I want to try that. But I'm walking through the store today, and I saw Arbor Brewing Company hit the shelves with their Octoberfest.
In August.
And it was canned in July. But nonetheless, I am a sucker for an Octoberfest beer.
This is true.
So I figured let's give it a go. See what we got. I got to say, it's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
It's easy.
It's very light.
Yeah, real simple drink.
Yeah. There's no overpowering taste. There's no, like, oh, it's bitter. No, it's clean.
Yep.
It's something you could possibly drink a whole case of if you felt in that mindset.
I could probably knock down 6 of these, no problem.
Yeah.
Sitting around a campfire in the fall. Like, it has been relatively cold the last day and a half here.
It's been cooling down. It was like 55 last night, something like that.
It was cold all night, and it was a little chilly today, unless you were standing in direct sunlight. It was. I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie for crying out loud, so.
I do have to say that on the packaging of the can, there's pretzels all over it, and it makes me want to eat a pretzel.
It does.
And I'm going, wow, this would go great with a pretzel.
Some pretzels and maybe like a euchre game or something, some poker.
That would be nice.
Right? You're just sitting around, have a couple of these beers, got a little
nothing
bowl
too
of pretzels.
Serious.
Right.
Yeah. So let's click on Untapped and see what they got to say. So far, there's only been 387 check-ins for this.
Only?
Yeah.
Well, add 2 more there, Untapped.
Bam.
Does it tell us what a Marzen Lager is?
It sure does.
All right.
So a Marzen is a beer rich in malt with a balance of clean hop bitterness. Bread or biscuit-like malt aroma and flavor is common. Originating in Germany, this style used to be a seasonal beverage available in the spring. Marzen, meaning March, with a fest-style version tapped in October.
All right.
Thank you, Untapped.
Yeah. That little description makes sense why they would go with pretzels. And,
yeah.
You know, it would make you kind of think of that.
So let's see. Let's get into the details. So it's a beautiful reddish-orange lager with a nice foamy white head, perfectly balanced with a complex and spicy hop character that is delicately offset with sweet malts, so that both flavors shine through, but neither dominates the other, in proper German fashion.
That sounds as accurate as you can get right there. I was going to say, I don't really taste any of the hop from what I know of hops and what I'm supposed to be tasting from other beers we've had.
It's kind of in the middle towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a little bit of the bitterness in the beginning, but again, it's very faint.
Yeah.
It's not as strong as like an IPA, or it's very mellow.
It's not too bad.
I really want a pretzel now.
Why is he on the can? Okay, so the can is...
let's go, jump into this. It's like a hunter's orange.
Yep.
And it has, let's see, white and blue lettering. Or is that black?
Looks like
it's a dark
blue, yeah.
And it has, and the O in Octoberfest is a pretzel. And right below it, they have a stag head wearing a Bavarian little hat and 2 pretzels for the eyes. And it says Prost.
Why Prost?
It's probably German for drink or something.
Maybe. Or cheers.
Cheers, maybe.
Something like that.
Let's find out.
Or March.
That's Marzen.
Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. Maybe October. I don't know. It's a 5.5% alcohol by volume. Not bad.
No, it's not too strong.
Nope.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, it's German for cheers.
All right.
I like it. It's nothing too crazy.
No.
It's clean, smooth. Like you said, 6-pack could go down pretty easy with this, especially if you had some soft pretzels.
Or, like, I was just thinking, obviously, because the deer and the hunter orange on the can, if you were sitting around deer camp,
yeah.
right, and it was, sun just went down, just had some dinner, crack a couple of these.
Nice way to end the evening.
Right, you got a bag of pretzels, somebody's got the acoustic guitar going, you know. All in all, I'd probably give it I'll score a 3 1/4.
I'm going to go a little higher with a 3.75.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And
I'm okay with this.
I'm the Oktoberfest guy, too.
I know.
I was kind of worried because I couldn't remember if you were, like, a fan enough to enjoy it or not with the Oktoberfest.
Some of them, it's hit or miss because they're all similar but distinct.
Right. They all got their own little flavor to it. This is probably one of the better ones I've had, especially for Michigan beers, definitely. I can't remember the one we had the first couple of months of the podcast, but I know we did Atwater. We had their Blocktoberfest last year.
That one wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
I prefer this one over that one.
I think, yeah, from what I remember, this is definitely better. The only Oktoberfest I'd say I probably like more than this, and it's not Michigan, but Sam Adams makes a killer Oktoberfest, especially on draft. Oh, my goodness. Woo! That's dangerous. You know, one of them big old frosty mugs. Let's see. How do you feel about the shelf?
Do I think it's shelf worthy? That is a solid question.
I'm willing to say
this might be better than the Penguins.
Oh, I was going to say better than the Lampshade.
Ooh.
Because this has like a party vibe to it.
This does have
a deer with the pretzels and the hat. You know, like I said, playing poker. This deer could be winning the poker table right now. And with the Lampshade, kind of got a party vibe going. I could take the Penguins down too. Absolutely.
Going with what you said, I would agree with the Lampshade.
Yeah.
Wow. I wasn't anticipating this making the shelf.
Now, are we going to just replace this right in order? Or do you think one of the other 3 beers deserves a spot above this one? Because I'm thinking maybe Scary Rockstar Jesus.
Scary Rockstar might be better than this one.
Yeah. But I do like this equal to or maybe a little more than Juicy. So I'll leave that up to you. Because I know you're a fan of the Juicy.
I am, but I'm also a fan. I would say this can take the place of Lampshade.
Okay. I like it. Arbor Brewing representing the shelf once again.
Doing well.
Sneaking late in the year, too. I like that. Mm-hmm.
They know the game.
Right. So all in all, definitely good product. Thumbs up. Good scores. Cheers to Arbor Brewing Company.
For another fine product.
All right. Where are we at here? We got creepy. We got the beer out of the way. What do you got?
Well, let's jump into sports for a second.
Okay.
Quick and easy like. So, we got the football season starting up.
Yes.
College football right around the corner.
Yes.
I'm not going to talk about either of those.
Okay.
What I'm going to talk about starts in February.
Okay.
The debut, the return of the XFL.
The XFL. February is when it starts, really?
February 2020.
As soon as the Super Bowl's over.
That's
Makes
right.
sense. Absolutely.
So they just announced this week the 8 teams. The names and the cities and logos.
Nothing in Detroit, right?
No, sadly.
Okay.
So let's go through the list real quick. Because I got a few things to talk about this, but we'll keep it brief.
Okay.
So the 8 teams are going to be the Dallas Renegades, and they have kind of like a head in a cowboy hat and a bandana with red eyes for their logo. Then we have the Houston Roughnecks. Now, this has been pointed out by multiple people so far, but I'm going to show you the logo, and you tell me what team they ripped that off.
Houston Oilers.
It's exactly the Houston Oilers.
It's almost identical to the
Different
Houston
coloring,
Oilers, right?
And instead of Oilers, it says Roughnecks.
Is Warren Moon going to be their coach?
That would be kind of sweet, actually. Then we have the L.A. Wildcats, and their logo is just a stylized L.A.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy. We have the New York Guardians.
Of course, New
kinda,
York gets a team.
It's kind of like a lion or sphinx head, looking all vicious with its mouth open.
Okay.
Then we have the DC Defenders, which their logo looks like a professional soccer
It does.
logo or
Something like
badge.
that. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that for sure.
The Tampa Bay Vipers. It's just a giant V. Nothing too fancy there. The Seattle Dragons.
Seattle got a team? Damn. That looks like something out of fucking Double Dragon, like a video game,
It
doesn't
does
it?
kind of, yeah.
Like, what do they call that? 8-bit or whatever they call that?
Yeah.
It looks like goofy like that.
It could have been better done, but they can't make it too scary looking, kids and whatnot. We also have the St. Louis Battlehawks.
St. Louis got a fucking team?
St. Louis got a team.
Damn.
It's just a sword with wings.
I like that one, actually.
It's pretty
That's
clean.
not bad.
Yeah. It's nothing too crazy. So those are the 8 teams.
Okay.
So, let's see. The XFL will be finalizing its rule book. The league said the rules will include a unique overtime setup, accelerated game tempo, and various kickoff and special team changes.
So probably much like it was the first go-round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speed and
It's like NFL Blitz come to life.
pretty much.
All I can
Constant
think of
action.
is Any Given Sunday, the movie.
Exactly. It was just...
That's what I think of when I'm thinking about the XFL. And these team names and the logos,
Yeah,
like the Miami Sharks. I'm like, come on.
The New Mexico Aztecs. Yeah. So I see that I'm going to watch it, at least in the beginning.
Oh, hell yeah. It's football in February.
yeah.
Shit.
And it's kind of cool.
Walking Dead.
I don't know if I'm going to still be into The Walking Dead or not.
No.
I'll wait for the movies.
All right.
But let's see. The league teams will play in NFL, MLB, and Major League Soccer facilities throughout.
Makes sense.
I mean, if you're an owner of a stadium and it's off season, fuck yeah, bring me money.
What do we have? I think New York and St. Louis were the only cold weather.
That's
You had Dallas, Houston,
DC,
LA.
maybe.
Oh, yeah, DC. So New York, DC, and St. Louis. Cause,
Seattle. Seattle gets kind of cold.
yeah, but they don't get snow. They
Yeah,
might
do.
get some cold rain.
They get snow, but not like
Not
Wisconsin
like New
snow.
York or stuff like that. Okay, and then what? Tampa Bay, they don't get that.
No.
That's all warm
Then
weather.
you got
there.
Dallas and Houston,
Right.
L.A.
So the Super Bowl,
Tampa
or
Bay.
not Super Bowl, but whatever their championship is, it'll probably be in New York or something.
Or yeah,
Actually, it won't matter. It'll be warm everywhere by the time the season's over, right?
true.
What are they doing? 10 weeks? 12?
I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen the exact. There's no schedules yet.
Okay.
Let's see. So the next plan, after they get the rules locked in, is they're going to hold the first draft in October. So
Wow. That's not going to give the teams a lot of time to get ready for February.
Nope. Followed by team mini camps in December and a 3-week training camp in January.
Merry Christmas.
And then get to work, boys. There is one player so far who's officially signed with the XFL.
Okay.
Landry Jones, former quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. He almost took Roethlisberger's job.
Came very close.
Almost, yep. I can't remember where he played college ball, but that's irrelevant to me at this point.
A little.
He's going to be an XFL star.
He's the first quarterback to officially enter the XFL draft this year out of the 8.
Are you still with your theory that Manziel's going?
Not only that, there's also another, not rumor, but someone's idea that makes a lot of fucking sense.
Okay.
But yes, I do believe that Manziel will either go to the Roughnecks or the Renegades. I mean, being a Texas boy.
Right.
I mean, come on. Go back home.
He'll pull some Eli Manning shit with the draft.
I am not going anywhere except for one of these
I'm not playing in St. Louis, man.
He's like, LA's a cool, Houston.
Dallas.
That's
it.
That's about it.
I could see him in
still
Tampa
believe
Bay.
that all the shit he's pulling up in the Canadian League is specifically to come to the XFL because he waited out the AFL or AAFL or whatever it was.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of former NFL, AAFL Canadian players and some just free agents are going to be filling up that draft, apparently.
I'd like to definitely see more details on the roster size.
Me too.
How long the quarter links are.
Yeah.
What those specific rules that they're talking about with the kickoffs and different things. The up-tempo, it was like kind of arena football-esque.
It was.
Right?
Very much
Okay.
so. There were no kickoffs. Everyone started off at like the 15-yard line.
Right.
Or they did that scramble to figure out who gets the ball.
Like rugby.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was sweet.
They should do that again.
But reading some of the people's thoughts on this, a gentleman, I forget the name because I forgot the article, but he wrote a small little blurb about why the XFL should heavily pursue Ndamukong Suh. So right now, he's negotiating a 1-year extension contract, but the XFL could swoop in, offer him crazy amount of money, and make him the face of the league because he's exactly what they would be looking for.
They could use that clip of him stomping the Packers guy in the groin.
It's like, this is real football. He'll get praised for doing shit like that.
Help us stomp out the NFL.
So they could do so much with it. And I was like, this gentleman makes a valid point.
Yeah.
If they went after him, he's been around for a long time. His career isn't much.
He's definitely not top-end player anymore.
Oh,
when he
not anymore.
plays to his caliber, he can be a top-end player, but
he's not consistent enough.
No,
now.
he's not marquee.
No.
Not now.
But to have that name and that attitude going into, that's definitely something publicity-wise.
And if he went in there drawing his own number on a piece of paper, you know, like, this is what
Slide
I want.
in. Vince McMahon's like, done.
All right. That's it? Shit. We were going to offer you double. Quickly into the NFL, I saw Andrew Luck retired today.
What?
Out of nowhere.
I did not see this.
The best part is Barstool Sports shared a video of O.J. Simpson in his draft for fantasy football with his friends or whoever.
Did he take Andrew Luck
He
number
did.
one?
Not number one, but he says, Andrew Luck.
Oh, I'm going to kill him.
He said,
Ruin my fucking draft.
he says, why couldn't you retire an hour and a half ago before I drafted you in my team, player? And then he makes like some gestures towards the camera, and then it cuts off. But he didn't say that, but it would have been so fucking funny if he
I'm
did.
going to kill him. Wait a minute, OJ. Especially Andrew Luck sees that and be like, I'm sorry, sir.
Right, I'm coming back. I don't want to retire.
I'm coming back for one day.
I changed my mind. Meanwhile, OJ's like, no, we didn't really
I
kill
built
him.
my whole team around you.
It was just great effects, Your Honor.
Ooh. Well, I like what you did there. That was nice. Being a Michigan fan, I got to pose this question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Him being fucking Harbaugh's golden boy, do you think he brings him in a little bit to help with the coaching? Not so much like full-time, but like just to come in, meet the team, talk them up.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, make him the quarterback coach if he wants to. Shit. It's Andrew Luck. I mean, you know, he did play in the NFL. He is a pretty damn good quarterback, so he's always hurt.
True.
So.
I have heard from many NFL players that have talked either on YouTube or Twitter or whatever the outlet, that he is actually one of the nicest guys and quiet, keeps him to himself, very just, hey, how's it going?
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, he gives off that vibe in interviews and stuff. He just seems a real humble cat.
Like, why can't I think the kicker's name? Barstool Sports, and then he has his own for the brand. Blanking.
Vinatieri?
No. He worked with Vinatieri, though.
I know who you're talking about, damn it. Put it on the board.
Yeah, played for the Colts, number 1. Wow, this is struggling.
Let's see if you can beat Google.
All right.
Oh, man.
Nope, I'm not going to beat it. It's there. Everything is phase, how he talks, stories about him and Manning. Once you say his name, I'm going to feel really stupid. I just could have went to Instagram and followed him.
Pat McAfee.
There you go, McAfee. Son of a bee.
Thanks, Google.
But McAfee had a driving contest at one of the driving range, but he had a bunch of NFL players come in. It was like, I don't know if it was the same day or before, like the Pro Bowl or something. But everyone was coming in. They were talking junk because they knew Andrew Luck was going to be on. And he's like, man, that guy, he's so weird, blah, 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 and they're blah, da, 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 da. And at the end of it, all of them were like, yeah, but he's here, and I just sat and talked to him for 45 minutes, and he's the nicest fucking guy, and I feel bad for everything that I've ever said bad about him. And McAfee's like, dude, me too.
Right.
He's like, he's the nicest guy. He gets along with everybody. Like, he's just...
Have you ever had that personally? Where, like, so let's say you know somebody, but you don't really know them, right? And you're like, just fuck that guy. Or fuck her,
damn it,
you know?
Larry.
Like, damn it, Karen. Just stop being Karen. But then you talk to them,
They're like,
and they're like the nicest person ever.
really cool person. Yeah,
Son of a bitch.
And you feel bad. You're like, I shouldn't have said that shit.
Right.
The next time it's like, fucking Karen. You're like, dude, Karen's all right.
Let's not Karen too much. Let's talk about Steve. Fucking Larry's here. I mean, we're not even talking about Larry. Then you find yourself in that situation, and you're like, do you apologize to that person?
You kind of want to, but you can't because you were kind of talking behind their back a little bit, but you don't want to be like, so I talked a lot of shit about you for a very long time, but I didn't know you then.
Like, I'm going to spare you the details of what I may or may not have said and thought. Let's just say you're pretty cool.
Yeah. You're in my good graces now. It's fine. Don't worry.
I've actually had that happen to me. Somebody said that to me. That's kind of the reason I asked. Somebody was like, you know what? You ended up being a pretty cool dude. I'm like, well, thanks.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
I try.
I can't really think of too many people.
I'm sure there's one or two out there,
I guarantee there's a bunch. But
like, we've all worked with somebody where you're like, you just see that person. Like, a good one was when we worked at the auto parts warehouse.
Distribution, yeah.
And you'll see people that you don't work with. Right? Mm-hmm. You'll see them clocking in or going to lunch or something, or they might be talking to another individual, and you look at him and you're just like, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
He just looks like such an asshole, you know? And then you talk to him, and you're like, oh, son of a bitch. Larry's cool.
As it turns out. Didn't want to believe it.
Then you go back to the other people, and you're like, why didn't you guys tell me Larry was so fucking cool, man?
He brought me lunch. I don't even fucking know him.
Right. He literally paid for my pizza. I don't even know this man.
Guy's a sweetheart.
I know, right?
Got another interesting story that I found today for you.
Okay.
Don't know if you've heard about it yet. I didn't even know about Andrew Luck fucking retiring. That was surprising.
That just hit not that long before we started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just hit.
So you're aware of the company Hasbro, right? Mm-hmm. Some of the titles they own, Monopoly, G.I. Joe, Furby, Transformers, Nerf, My Little Pony, Power Rangers. I mean, they own Milton Bradley, Parker Brothers, Kenner. So pretty much any board game, they own it. I was
just going to say that's the entire toy selection on Amazon.
So they just purchased this entertainment company called Entertainment One. Spent $4 billion.
$4 billion with a B?
With a B. Capital B, sir. Now, I never really heard of this company, but they do a lot of distribution in Canada, the UK, and Spain for movies. Like big Hunger Games, like big movies.
You said it was called Entertainment One?
Entertainment One.
Okay.
They also do Peppa Pig, the kids show.
Oh, geez.
And a bunch of other, like, they got some heavy hitters.
Money making money.
So Hasbro just bought them for $4 billion. And it's kind of like in that world, that's a big story. But The specific part that's floating around the internet today is back in, I think it was 2000, or let me get some definites here. Yep, here we go. Back in 2013, Entertainment One bought the catalog of Death Row Records for $280 million.
That's a lot of money for that catalog. That catalog's like 20-some years old.
It was.
I mean, it's chocked full of #1 hits.
They bought it 7 years after Death Row filed for bankruptcy. But it's monster fucking songs.
Oh, yeah, you're talking Dre, Snoop, Tupac.
Keep going. MC Hammer even joined in there.
Shit.
Oh, wow. Tons.
$280 million?
Yep.
Wonder who got that money. Like, who,
That's,
if it was Suge Knight or if it was somebody else, right?
But now, Hasbro owns Death Row Records.
Wait, say that one more time.
Hasbro. Transformers, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, Death Row Records.
Peppa the Pig.
Peppa the Pig. So my question is, like, the next Transformers movie, is it going to be, like, chocked full of those fucking Death Row hits?
It better be. Or if not the songs, they should at least take words, like phrases from the songs and incorporate it into the script, Like you got, what's his name? Optimus Prime's like, murder was the case, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I can definitely see fuking Optimus
Bumblebee
Prime.
shows up and he turns his little radio on.
Yeah.
And it's like, murder was the case, man. Right. Ain't nothing but a gangster party over here.
No big deal. Oh, yeah.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
What kind of merger is that?
I mean, I understand why Hasbro's buying them for the distribution and all that stuff, so now they can distribute their movies, their product. Bam.
Right.
Makes sense. But back in like 93, 94, 95, late 90s, right? One day you're sitting around, Death Row's fucking just killing everything.
Just on top of the world.
Someone's like, give it like 20, 25 years and Hasbro's going to own them. Who the fuck would have predicted that?
So you're sitting around drinking 40s, listening to Tupac playing Chutes and Ladders, and somebody's like, bro, expert prediction right here. 25 years from now, the company that makes this board game we're playing is going to own the music that we're listening to. And everybody in the party's like, get out.
The fuck out of
Get
here,
out
Larry.
right now.
God damn it.
Get
Who
out.
invited Larry?
You forfeit your buy-in. Get the fuck out of the house.
Yeah, I seen that, and reading the title, it's like, Hasbro now owns Death Row Records. And I was like, and I looked around the room, and I'm got like 3 other coworkers. I'm like, I'm going to read you guys something. You just tell me how it hits you, okay? I just got to make sure I'm not the only one that's confused as shit right now.
Do you think the person that had to report that story and come up with that headline was either like given the story, or do you think they went out and figured, like, discovered
they found it?
Yeah.
They seem like,
Hasbro
Hasbro bought Entertainment. Wait a minute.
Whoa. That means Death Row, and then they pieced it all together and did the report.
Kudos to them.
Because I could totally see that staff meeting where they're like, Johnson, over in the corner, you got the Death Row story.
Death Row Hasbro, you're on it. Like, whoa. What?
Neither one of those companies have been relevant for 20 fucking years.
Like, is he having a stroke? Oh, shit, he's serious? Yes, sir, I'm on it.
I'm on it. I'll have the rough draft on your desk in 2 days.
I need it in 3 hours.
I want you go interview Suge Knight. Get his feelings on this.
Oh, man. Yeah, that just, it stunned me when I read it. I had to stop and be like, all right, I know how to read. I know this.
This isn't math.
This isn't crazy algebra, trigonometry. No, I can read. And that definitely says Hasbro owns Death Row Records.
That goes along with the fitting theme of the night for creepy shit, because that just seems like really out there.
I would never in 100 years have...
No. Imagine the young executive that brought that up at the boardroom meeting. It was like, sir or ma'am, whoever, we should buy this company because they're
like
Death
distribution,
Row.
they have this, blah, 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 and they're like, they have Death Row Records. We can own the catalog. Wait a minute.
Right. And that CEO lifts his shirt
you're
and he's got
me,
a Tupac tattoo.
Well, it's like that one business guy that got fired for sending all those emails of the Tupac
Oh,
lyrics.
yeah.
It could be. Love was the message, folks. That's what Peppa Pig's about.
Dude, so that guy gets fired for emailing Tupac lyrics.
Months later, Hasbro buys it.
Hasbro hires him, and he's like, first order of business, get me Tupac.
I've been following this for 10 years.
Death Row's up for sale. I want it, no matter what the cost.
Not only do we get the United Kingdom, Canada, and Spain distribution for all of our shit.
The whole boardroom's like, I don't know. And he's
all
like,
right, well, that could be helpful. We'll be like, we also get Death Row.
Oh, goodness.
Well, continuing our little trail of crazy here.
All right.
Or odd, however you want to spin it.
Okay.
Elon Musk.
Well, that's always good.
That's always a great way to start
right.
off.
That's all you have to say. Did he buy Hasbro?
He's like, it was me, bitch. Right. Pumping this shit on fucking SpaceX.
The first rocket to the moon is all the Chronic album by Dr. Dre on loop.
Well, it could be. Maybe he'll catch some interest.
Right.
So back before he started SpaceX and was really going for it, he had the idea of colonizing Mars.
Yes.
It's been on his plate for quite a while.
Yes.
And I give that gentleman a ton of credit because he has progressed a lot of areas leaps and bounds with this.
Yes, he has. I wasn't knocking that.
Yeah.
Yes,
but he's definitely advancing humans, in my opinion.
Well, he hopes so.
He hopes.
We'll see if it pays off. But yes,
he's well on the way.
Right.
He's making strides.
He could also blow up the Earth. We don't know.
He could do a lot worse.
Right. Well, I don't know about worse than that.
Well, check this out. So, one of his ideas originally about colonizing Mars was to rapidly terraform it.
Okay.
So,
makes sense.
His idea would be to take multiple nuclear devices to Mars.
Okay.
Set them off rapidly over the ice caps, right?
Okay.
In quick succession, like pop, 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 just going off quickly.
So they're like low-scale nukes. They're not blow the planet up nukes.
Yeah, they're not like
significant explosion nukes.
But enough to what he hopes, and he has the money and the availability of scientists and all that jazz.
More importantly, the vision.
The vision is key.
Yes.
And the smart people to back him up and go, yes, this is possible.
It could work, right.
The goal would be to create 2 mini stars, one at the North Pole, I'm not really hip to fucking geography and Mars, but one each over the ice cap.
Would it be like a sun kind of star?
Yeah.
Like something to warm the planet? Or
pretty much the goal is for
because Mars isn't going to get enough heat from the actual sun, right? It's a little too far away. Or
no,
it's
closer? One before us.
It's closer. I'm sorry, you're right.
Or one after. Either way, it's close to in that habitable zone. It's not in the sweet spot like we are.
I think it's the 4th planet.
Yeah. I got a lot rambling on, trying to jump off track.
I know.
I'm
trying to throw you off track. All right, go ahead.
I appreciate that. So the idea is to make these little pulsars, the blinking stars. So they're not vastly strong, but they're strong enough to be what he wants them to be, giant fusion reactors.
Serve a purpose, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he'll have these 2 fusion reactors going off quickly and forming enough energy and heat to pretty much vaporize all of the water on Mars, rapidly creating a greenhouse effect mini atmosphere, the beginnings of an atmosphere.
Okay.
And as that's going, more and more gases hit, and so that way it's accelerated.
It's a birthing livable planet is
so
what he's doing.
It's not like all enclosed campuses for the colonies.
Yeah, because you don't want to live in a bubble.
No one wants to live
in
a bubble.
Not if you don't have
forever.
to.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, back in the day, this was his fucking battle cry, and he's still with it. So the other day, he jumps on the Twitter. All caps, exclamation point, nuke Mars, which riles up some people.
Oh, I'm sure people had a problem with it, right? Let's blow up a planet we don't belong on.
Exactly. But the kicker is much like his flamethrower that everybody wanted. And he's like, hey, I'm only making so many, and they're this much. We need funding for whatever fuck I want. The next tweet he put down was, T-shirts coming soon. And I posed this question to you. Would you purchase an Elon Musk Nuke Mars T-shirt?
Absolutely.
I would too.
Yeah, if I could get my name on that list and get one of the print, I mean, he's probably only going to run, 100,000 shirts?
It's going to be something like whatever denomination he's looking to get.
Right. Guy's got, 12 million Twitter followers. He's going to run 100,000 shirts. He probably makes 65,
Supply and
70
demand,
bucks a
baby.
shirt
He's
easily.
not
Maybe 100. Shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
whatever that number is that he wants,
Yeah.
he's guaranteed he's going to make it.
And he's going to use that money to do this.
Who knows? I don't know the ins and outs of getting okayed to take multiple nuclear weapons off of Earth, travel to Mars, and then just set them off all willy-nilly.
He doesn't really seem like the kind of guy that waits for approval, though.
No, he does not.
And, fuck the backlash.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to do it. It's like, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness.
Right. That was like when he smoked weed on Rogan's podcast, and everybody was like, oh, my God.
He's like,
his stocks dropped for like a half a day, and then right back up.
Right back up because everyone realized it wasn't a big deal.
Right. Like, if this is the worst thing this guy's done, then we should be thankful.
Now, if he's smoking weed when he hits that button to detonate those nukes,
Could be a problem.
different story.
Right.
Sets a different
His timing might be off a bit.
sets a different tone. Like, fuck it. Let's spark them both at the same time.
Right. I mean, the nukes are going off. We might as well go off with them.
I mean, he sent his own fucking Tesla with a quote-unquote empty spacesuit out fucking into the great beyond. I still believe there's someone's body was in there, and that's just the perfect way to get away with murder. I have my own rocket. I'll just send him to space.
Yeah, but who would it be?
It could be anybody.
That's a whole different theory.
That's a whole different can of worms.
Let's not stumble down that block.
That'll take hours.
Let's circle back around here. Let's just assume for one quick minute that Elon Musk is successful and he colonizes Mars.
Yep.
Okay?
All right.
How long, realistically, do you think it would take, you personally, just thinking about future, how quickly we advance, how quickly he advances in his company? What do you think?
For
colonizing Mars, like
how
people,
long it'll take them?
Yeah, how long from right now until people are living on Mars?
Like the first
officially.
Participants?
Yes, him, because he wants to go first, right?
I don't think he'll go first. I think he wants to go when it's like already
like he wants to
established.
Be how many people survive run number 1? Yeah, okay, maybe I'll go run number 2.
Let's tweak some things.
We'll add a couple more people to better our odds.
I would say,
but let's just say hypothetically,
within 50 years.
50?
Okay. In his lifetime, guaranteed. At the rate
well, he's
going.
what, 50? Is he 50?
Yeah, he's close. He's in, I think, 40s.
Right. Which in alien years is like 3. So he's good.
Yeah, he's fine.
I mean, he's got plenty of fucking
money.
time.
But then if you want to get all fucking scientific with it, you get into the whole relativity theory of Einstein's.
Right.
So the further away you travel, and depending on the speeds in that, especially at light speed, the time it takes you to travel in that distance is shorter than it would be on Earth.
Right.
So
20 years here could be 3 years there. Whatever.
Depending on, there's going to be a vast time difference. Mm-hmm. So by the time they get there and set up is going to be well after they embark. I don't know how long exactly it would take to get something to Mars. I don't think it's a year, but I think it's going to be a couple months.
That's crazy, dude.
Then they land, then they get everything set up, and we won't really hear anything back from them, depending on communication satellites and what they have to set up before that.
Right, in order to exit the craft and be on the plane.
I honestly think there's going to be a colony or some sort of base on the moon or just in space further on beyond the International Space Station before the Mars thing.
But he's not doing those. He's doing Mars, correct? Or
that's his goal is Mars. But in order to get there, there might be other steps.
Water, right?
Because, in all honesty, if you want to be the king of business for Earth, you have to be in charge of a shipyard or a space station. You have to have a way of getting supplies. You have to be the waypoint between the origin and the destination.
Right.
You got to be that fucking
you're the stop
truck
on
stop.
The journey, right?
You got to be the intergalactic truck stop, and you will be king.
Isn't it weird that those two places that you just said were suspected of alien life, like space or ocean?
Yeah. We don't know. Though.
It's like the humans, we're getting so close to either figuring it out for real or being shown.
Well, what? We got to wait till the 21st?
Oh, for Area 51? Yeah.
I mean, that'll be the first peek behind the curtain.
No.
Or just...
It'll be the first real
Coachella
defense of the curtain.
Oh, God. The aliens are using miniguns and F-16s. It's not the aliens.
And they're talking like us, too. It's crazy. We understand them.
I mean you no harm. I mean you harm. Back up.
Okay, so since we're on aliens real quick, do you think it's more likely aliens are in space or the ocean? As far as proximity to us. Because you know the theory, they're in the ocean.
Yeah.
And then obviously the lifelong theory that they're in space. I mean, that's...
I would say, I believe there are things in the ocean that we don't know. I don't know for sure if it'd be aliens, because they could have been here longer than we have.
Right.
But not necessarily originated from here.
Well, we just learned that Daddy Longlegs was here before the dinosaurs.
This is true. We learn something new every day. But I would go with the safe bet and say space.
Okay. You know, real quick, I have a problem with people saying that Daddy Longlegs predates dinosaurs. How can you figure that out?
Fossils.
Yeah, but that's all man decided. Like that's
everything is man. Time is man decided.
Which is why I don't play into it anymore. I get maybe it's just I'm getting really cynical as I get older, and I'm just like, fuck all this.
Too much bullshit in the life,
right? Like just because you say it's older. How do you know?
Well, they do have things to help back up their claims.
I know.
Like gravity.
Again, some of those things
are... It's not a law, it's a theory.
Yeah.
It can still be disproven, but not likely.
You know, I think in a different life, I was one of those people who lived to disprove theories. Yeah. I really
Fuck
do.
You.
Yeah.
We are the center of the universe.
And I'm going to tell you why.
All right.
That's why. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Check this out.
I think that's what I was here in a previous life.
In a previous life. But if you met someone today, and I read this on Reddit, so it has to be true.
Oh shit.
I give more...
it wasn't on 4chan because your phone didn't explode.
But someone said they were in a college course. A girl raised her hand and asked, what happens to the sun when it goes into the ocean? And how does it reignite when it comes out of the ocean?
Oh, that poor human.
Like, if this was like, I don't know, the 1300s, legit question.
That could be a legit question in like the 1700s if you
really
want.
You want to. I was just playing it safe going that far
right.
back,
No, I get it.
But
oh God, it's 2019.
It's 2019. What are these kids? They're in college.
That was
so they have to be doing well enough not to flunk out.
Whew. That poor girl.
People amaze me every day in different ways. Some for the good, most for the bad.
Most. People against people.
Hashtag it.
Don't forget about it. Prost.
Prost.
We should name that. We should make that our new like CHC thing.
Official.
Yeah, we just yell Prost. In honor of Octoberfest from Arbor Brewing, making the shelf.
Congratulations. I still want a pretzel. That has not changed.
Me neither. We should definitely get pretzels. I got some in the house. We can make some real quick.
We have the technology.
With or without salt and mustard.
Ooh, we got to have the mustard.
All right. Good luck, Elon Musk. Let us know when the shirts are available. I got one. How much would you pay? What's your breaking point on a T-shirt that says Nuke Mars?
I wouldn't want to go above 15.
You better get to the back of the line.
I don't think it's going to be a $40 T-shirt.
You don't think, really? It's Elon Musk.
He sold $500 flamethrowers. Come on.
I'm telling you, dude.
You want to make a friendly wager of $1?
We'll make a friendly wager of $1. That I'll say the T-shirt.
Let's say $20.
I'll say higher.
You want the over?
Yep.
I'll take the under.
Okay. All right, let's get on Twitter. CHC wants to know, Musk, you ain't got to tell us when they're coming out. We just want to know the price. Settle the score for us. Damn it.
Prost.
He's going to get to Mars. I know that. That's going to happen.
I concur.
It's almost like he was sent here with the, like he knew it was going to happen, and he's just playing within the guidelines of what we have technology-wise, I bet he calls home every night. I need more insert any element that they need to make it happen, you know. You guys got Mars ready yet? These people are fucking good. They're ready to go.
They'll believe anything.
They're about to pay $50 a t-shirt. Come on, let's go.
Remember that toy I made? $500. They did it. Sold out in seconds.
Speaking of his flamethrower,
Yeah.
did you see Dan Crenshaw, the politician with the eye patch?
Yeah.
He was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
And he actually had the flamethrower going.
He's the only one that's lit it in the studio since Elon lit it in the studio. In the studio,
right.
Yeah,
He
and
did.
not the warehouse that they're in,
Yeah.
but the little studio.
That
He
is
actually
true.
lit it
right there.
Yep.
I would too.
Oh yeah,
If you handed that to me, fuck you.
Fire it up, dude.
Give me a stupid toy. I will do stupid things.
I mean, you just have to reload the tank, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which I'm sure Musk will probably fill it for free.
I think it's just propane.
Oh well, even better.
I can't confirm or deny that, but
It's probably element
yeah, element 13 or
13, yeah, 727 or whatever the hell it is.
I wanted to buy one of those. I was actually waiting,
Yeah.
like on my phone, and I missed it so fucking quick.
See, folks,
There
we'll
was-
wait for that, but not a haunted house.
No, nope. Not one that you have to sign a waiver that might pull your teeth or inject you with needles. Not so much.
No. That's fun. We talked about that. That was pretty good. The two ladies that died on the same day.
That's creepy. And from a page that's called Creepy Facts,
I know, right?
you're hitting it right on the nose.
I like this page.
It's fun.
And I'm not really into that kind of thing, but when it's good, you know?
Can't deny it.
Nope. There's some pretty good stuff. Check that out, folks, if you're on Facebook. Check out Creepy Facts.
Creepy Facts. Creepy pictures.
I dig it. I'm going to follow up on that page.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'll bookmark some stuff. That way next time we come back for episode 98, we'll see if I got anything new.
I guarantee you'll have some
I suggest
arsenal.
you
Oh,
and
yeah, I'll go
any
on there.
follower click on the like button and follow that shit because it's just weird. There's one picture of a group of people, and they're taking like a group a picture, right? And there's a little girl. She's maybe 2. She's down in the corner of the picture, and she's crying. And the story that goes with the picture is the people in the picture were like, "Why are you crying so bad?" And she keeps saying, "The little boy is freaking me out." And when you look at the picture, there's a little ghost of a little boy between the legs of 2 of the people in the picture, like 4 or 5 feet away from her.
That is
Right.
That's weird.
Could be photoshopped.
Yeah, who
it could
knows?
be
Yeah.
absolutely. But it could be real. And if it's real, dude, when they catch shit like that. Now, here's the thing with that, like, how does Ghost Hunters not go to that house tomorrow? We have a picture of a little ghost boy, right?
Yeah.
They should be knocking on the fucking door.
They should.
We'll pay for your hotel room tonight. Let us do your house, you know?
I agree. But I think Ghost Hunters is more in the realm of entertainment more
Absolutely.
so than actually.
Than Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas they actually do that. We need a company that'll go out on call.
On call.
Like
Just have them on retainer.
Like that Cops PD show or live cop show where
Yeah.
you can watch, 6
it's
different
happening.
cities. Yeah, we need that for Ghost Hunters.
That
Where
could be
there's
interesting.
We got a fucking call. We're going right now. Like Storm Chasers,
Ooh,
but for
I love
spirits.
Storm Chasers.
Trademark.
All right, trademark it.
Trademark. Anybody want to sign up for that job?
Ghost Chasers.
It's no weird haunted house, but it could work.
You won't lose any teeth, hopefully.
Oh, me. All right. Let's get out of here for the night.
Sounds like a good time.
It's been a good conversation.
It's been interesting.
It has. It twists and turns.
That's what we're about here.
Thank you to Arbor Brewing for getting back on our radar with Octoberfest.
And congratulations for making the shelf.
And you made the shelf. Good luck. Cheers. Or I should say, Prost.
Prost.
Thanks again to Matt from My Beer Box for coming by last week and being on the show. Make sure you go to Facebook, get in the Gleam contest real quick before it expires on August 30th. And then we'll have our drawing to pick a winner for a premium My Beer Box.
It could be you.
It could be you, shipped right to your front porch.
It's not going to be me. I'll guarantee that.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And hopefully nobody steals it off your porch.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Asshole. Also, stay tuned. What, 2 more shows?
2 more shows.
And then we hit the big 100. It's going to be a surprise what we do to celebrate 100 to you, the listener, because we don't even know what we're going to do yet.
We're still figuring that out. We got ideas.
But it'll be fun, regardless. All right. So until next time, we want to say thank you very much. And here comes fall.
Prost.
Still here, folks. Now check this out.
Listen, this podcast contains language that some may find offensive. The hosts are a couple of alcohol-fueled hooligans with little regard for decency or tact.
Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Danny.
And this is the Working Stiffs Podcast.
And this is our promo for the Working Stiffs Podcast. So what are we about, Zach? What do we do?
Drinking busting balls.
We do. Today we're not drinking, though, because I'm sick.
I gotta work.
So,
I can't drink today.
Yeah. And this is kind of what we do. We banter back and forth. We talk about stuff, and sometimes we have some guests on.
Yeah.
We like to highlight the working class of America, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
So if you're into that, check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and pretty much wherever else you can find podcasts. We're probably there. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We have a website, workingstiffspodcast.com.
We're special.
Yep.
Listen to us.
And that's pretty much it. Wrap up this promo.
Live with your sack, not your back.
All right. Get your asses back to work.
Later.